Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. I've had a allergy voice all day, so sorry if this sounds like I'm finally hitting puberty, but who knows? Maybe I am. And that's why it's not allergies. It's puberty at 35. Who would have guessed that? Who had that on their 2024 bingo card? Prof. Hoff hits puberty. Whew. Okay, so this is a hypothetical video, but I've taken some notes. You never see my notes because it's off camera. That is by design. But the notes that I have written down involve a world not of the event quest variety like you see in front of you, but the Act 8 variety, of which I've completed 71% because, of course, 8.4 is not a thing yet. Guess I'll temporarily hide my webcam to show off that 8.4 coming soon. Now, the disclaimer with this video, because I think I already know what people are going to say, is Kabam has a rhythm to their content release every 6 months or so, maybe more than that, and they were refusing to budge that rhythm. They have kept, and they've restated this in Twitch live streams this year, last year, etc. They're going to stay on that rhythm. They're not going to get ahead of themselves. Normally, I'd say that's fine. Probably a good idea. But I'm not going to in this video. Because February was a big middle finger to Paragon players in so many different ways. For starters, we had this silent, hidden days of waiting to see if Kabam was ever going to even address it buff to the Alliance Quest store. Check out what we can get as Valiant players. 5 Tier 6 Class Catalyst Fragment selectors totaling, 3 5% totaling 15%. May not sound like a lot, but it's better than 0. But the Tier 6 Basic and Tier 3 Alpha, 17,100 for the Tier 6 Basic, 13,500 for the Tier 3 Alpha. That is awesome. And yet Paragon players, as far as I understand, don't have access to the Tier 6 Class Catalyst because they want that to be Valiant. And of course, we could talk about daily Valiant crystals, but those have been around since around November, so we're not going to do that. But we are going to move to another middle finger topic, the Battleground store, of which the prices of this are about to reset. This is the current price for 6-star 6 stones in the Paragon store, 360, and it's still one of the better values. This is going down from 360 to next week when Monday hits and it resets 100, which means if you get 600 free trophy tokens for losing 3 Battlegrounds matches every 2 days, we're not even going to assume that you're going to win 1. As a Valiant player, you get 6 free generic 6-star 6 stones every 2 days. Minimum. And it can only go up from there. That's incredible. And if you only use your Valiant daily card stamps, middle finger number 3, I think we're talking about if you're counting at home, every week to get this is worth way more than I was getting for the Tier 6 Class Catalyst fragments from the Battleground store anyway. So this is going to be great for Valiant players, but Paragon players largely untouched. Battleground store, they got screwed. Glory store, they got screwed. And then, of course, let's not forget the new daily Valiant special, which is okay here, but it's even better on the Kabam website for a 2% drop rate for a 7-star, and really a 2.5% for a 7-star if you count the 7-star Nexus, which Kabam like still denies even exists. So, all in all, if Kabam had dropped 8.4, going back to the original premise of this video, in like mid-February, and I should also mention the Valentine's Day 2-week calendar, which ended with a guaranteed 7-star for Valiant players, and 6 stars, it was, what, a 20% chance for 7-star maybe? If they had dropped it in mid-February, yeah, Valiant players that were there still would have gotten the calendar. And let's just say, for the sake of argument, that the Act 8 exploration is what gets you the rank 3 to rank 4 rank up gem. Who knows if it's going to be a crystal, who knows if it's going to be a generic, but either way, between this and one path of Necropolis, of which point many, many Paragon players, including our beloved Mom Bear, have done, you get 2 guaranteed opportunities to take 2 7-stars to rank 3, which gets so many thousands, maybe tens of thousands. Who knows, maybe hundreds of thousands, probably not that many. Players to Valiant. By the end of the month, this would also allow those players, hopefully, a chance to get the maximum points available in the Winter of Woe event. So by the end of the month, and to start March, you get so many Paragon players to Valiant to get Valiant daily specials, to get Winter of Woe point opportunities, to get the daily Valiant crystals, and most notably the buffs in the Glory store and the Battleground store. And I'm sure we could name other advantages besides those. You give Paragon players a motivation to spend more this month too, because they want to become Valiant. And they might actually spend more when they get to go straight to the Valiant purchase. It made sense, even though I thought it was risky, for Kabam in December to say, we're not going to give away Tier 4 Alpha Catalyst fragments easily at all to anybody. The only way you're going to become Valiant by the end of 2023 is if you either spend a crazy amount of time and units, and hopefully not as many revives as I did, to explore Necropolis, but most players can't do that, so you're just going to have to wait until probably 8.4. But since we are now in the month of March, happy March, my birthday month, big 3-6, whew, I started this YouTube channel in my 20s. That's how old I am. Really puts things into perspective. But by doing this way, you've just ticked off a bunch of Paragon players who are now less likely to spend. If they had given 8-4 in the middle of the month, it would have been the perfect opportunity to take advantage of all those awesome Valiant offers. Not counting the fake news 7-star Nexus for units that wasn't actually a 7-star Nexus. But instead, here we are. And I just have to think it was a no-brainer. It was an opportunity lost. And maybe those Paragon players will come back in the next couple months when they become Valiant to the realization that they're happy with the game. But for now, they should already have a chance to be Valiant. But Kabam wasn't willing to do that. And I believe their bottom line and their love of the game from Paragon players has suffered immensely.